In the last couple of minutes, I want to, on a similar theme, I want to play this clip of AOC at South by Southwest with TMBS regular Brianna Joy Gray interviewing her. And AOC says this thing about Ronald Reagan, which this is like as close to like a 3 + 3 = 6 statement imaginable, but it offended a lot of people.
And one perfect example, I think a perfect example of how special interests and the powerful have pitted white working class Americans against brown and black working class Americans in order to just screw over all working class Americans, is Reaganism in the 80s when he started talking about welfare queens. Mm-hmm. So you think about this image, welfare queens, and what he was really trying to talk about was this, he was painting this photo, he was painting this like really resentful vision of essentially black women who were doing nothing, that were sucks on our country, right? And it's this whole tragedy of the commons type of thinking where it's like, because this one specific group of people that you are already kind of subconsciously primed to resent, you give them a different reason that's not explicit racism, but still rooted in a racist caricature. It gives people a logical reason to say, oh yeah, no, toss out the whole social safety net.
Yeah. John, was that super unfair?
I think it's one of the most obvious things in the world. I guess I can't say that I don't understand the backlash. I get why there was backlash, but it was fundamentally dishonest backlash. She listed a couple of reasons that, look, racism comes in multiple different forms. There's like personal bigotry, there's discrimination, there's structural and institutional racism. Reagan was the embodiment of all of that. It was a big parfait of every flavor of racism, from probably personal views. I'm not a telepath, especially one that can, see the thoughts of a dead man, but probably personal views all the way to continuing, a centuries-long official government policy of institutional racism. There's no debate to be had there. I just think that there are some people that are really hoping that she is going to slip up and they're going to be able to take her down, as they probably feel like they've done with Ilhan Omar. They want that moment. And so I would expect a lot more of these sort of fake, artificial blow-ups over relatively uncontroversial comments.
Well, let me just say, John, that we all studied under Miss Cleo on this show. So Ronald Reagan says, yes, I was personally racist, John. It wasn't just
That's a pretty good Reagan, actually.
That's not a bad Reagan.
No, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. It wasn't like the lifeguard in a movie about the South type of racism, but more a don't come in my home kind of racism. You've just watched a Michael Brooks show video, and you can watch all of our full main live shows every Tuesday night at around 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and subscribe to get all of the clips you want. We're covering the globe. We're focusing on international relations, the intellectual dark web. We're having fun. We're doing deep dives with a lot of amazing guests. Of course, become a patron for the whole thing at patreon.com/TMBS, or subscribe to this YouTube channel and help us keep growing and get that content out there. Subscribe below.